Imagine walking into your child's school and seeing their teacher with a firearm at their side. What would your reaction be? This isn't a hypothetical scenario in Tennessee anymore. The state's governor recently signed a bill allowing teachers and staff to carry firearms on school premises. A pivotal decision that's been met with a wave of emotions, ranging from relief to fear and everything in between. This bill isn't a carte blanche for teachers to become vigilantes. It comes with its own set of stipulations. Not just any teacher can strut into school with a firearm. They must be permitted by state law, undergo rigorous training, and meet the stringent criteria set out in the legislation. But still, the decision has been a hotbed of controversy. It's stirred up a potent mix of opinions, and there's no shortage of voices eager to weigh in. On one side, proponents of the bill argue it's a necessary step towards ensuring school safety. On the other, critics fear it may lead to more harm than good. This decision has caused a stir, with strong arguments on both sides of the debate. Let's delve into those now. For those in favor, the argument is simple. The best way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. They see the recent bill signed in Tennessee as a proactive measure to protect students. These proponents believe that arming teachers could deter potential shooters, knowing that they won't be the only ones with firepower on campus. They argue that teachers, being the first line of defense, are in the best position to protect students, especially in the time it takes for law enforcement to respond. They also contend that this isn't about turning educators into law enforcement, but about providing an additional layer of safety. They argue that with proper training, educators can effectively use firearms to defend their students in extreme situations, but not everyone agrees with this viewpoint. On the other hand, critics argue that more guns in schools equals more risk, not less. They believe that introducing more firearms into an educational environment not only increases the potential for accidental discharges, but also escalates the overall potential for violence. Imagine a heated situation, a misunderstanding. Could the presence of a firearm escalate that tension? Moreover, critics question the emotional toll on educators. Teachers are there to educate, to inspire, not to double as security personnel. They worry about the psychological burden placed on these individuals who are now expected to wield a tool of lethal force. And then there's the issue of security. Guns in schools could become targets for theft, misuse, and even potentially fall into the wrong hands. This could inadvertently arm those who shouldn't have access to these weapons, creating an environment far from the safe and secure learning space we all envision for our children. These are strong arguments on both sides, but what happens next? Now that we've heard both sides of the argument, what are the potential implications of this decision? Let's start by considering the students. The classroom is a sanctuary for learning, growth, and development. Introducing firearms into this environment could have profound effects. Some believe that it may offer a sense of safety, knowing that there is immediate protection available. However, others fear that it may create a climate of fear and anxiety, potentially hindering the learning process. Let's not forget the teachers, the heart of any educational institution. Their primary role is to educate and mentor. With the responsibility of carrying firearms, they may find themselves in a dual role as educators and security personnel. This transition could lead to a shift in their professional identity, and it's worth considering how this might affect their approach to teaching. Then we have the wider community. Schools are not isolated entities, they are part of a larger social fabric. The decision to arm teachers could ripple out, influencing community perceptions of safety and security. It may lead to increased trust in the school's ability to protect its students, or it could incite fear and concern. It's a delicate balance that could sway in either direction. Now, what about the broader implications? This decision could potentially set a precedent for other states grappling with similar issues. It brings to light the need for ongoing debate, research, and careful consideration. As we've mentioned before, there's no one-size-fits-all solution to the complex issue of school safety and gun control. As we wrap up, let's remember that this decision, like many others, is not set in stone. It's a part of an ongoing conversation, a dialogue that needs your voice. Whether you are an educator, a parent, a student, or simply a concerned citizen, your perspective matters. Stay informed, join the conversation, and remember, your voice matters in decisions like these.